seekers. This morning I'm gonna let you into my world a little bit. So I'm gonna show you my morning routine, what I do for a bit of exercise. I do a bit of yoga, a bit of just body exercises, you know, like body weight exercises. I don't really use much weight, or just a little bit, you know. And also I'm gonna walk you through what I do kind of before the shower. I do some dry skin brushing, and also I'm going to show you a morning smoothie I have. So I've got, the only equipment is my phone, where I put YouTube videos on, like, so I subscribe to some yoga channels, to some exercise channels, so I'll put the ones that I prefer, you know, down there for you in the description below. And another thing, I like doing the yoga and exercise with a bit of fresh air, so I've got my window open a bit, and also I like having aloe vera plants in the bedrooms, especially because they're really good to make some oxygen at night when you sleep. So that's a good plant to have if you want to have something in your bedroom. So let's get started. So here we go, about to start my morning yoga routine. I've got a favourite video that I've got that I like from Sonia Debelle website that I'm gonna put below on her YouTube channel. So I normally just follow that one every morning. In fact, I know that by heart, but I've got my phone just in front of me just in case I forget to move. So I normally do that 10 minutes yoga, stretches, like a morning routine. I love the stretches. In fact, I've discovered yoga just about maybe 5 months ago or so, and I'm just really loving it. It's just such an amazing way to start my morning. And then I normally combine that with a bit of exercise for like the thigh and kind of bum area, working on the cellulite, working on those inner thighs, you know, to strengthen and, you know, kind of thin them down. So I kind of do some of that and do some push-ups as well, just to, you know, keep my hands strong. And then I do a little bit of kind of gratitude, but I'll walk you through as I do it. So I'll start with my yoga. My yoga routine, and now I dedicate a few more minutes to daily kind of calming, breathing, and also gratitude, and also planning what I want to do, two things I want to achieve in a day. So I like to start breathing, you know, deeply by breathing in my nose for the count of 3, then holding it for 2 and exhaling it for 4. So and I like doing that, you know, a few times. I do like normally 4 breaths like this, and I keep my eyes closed. I don't know, I just like that. And also then I express gratitude for, you know, for anything you want to express gratitude for. So, you know, choose a couple of things, two, three things to be grateful for every day. I know some people do it at night, you know, so if that's better for you, you can do that. But I think it's really great practice to not forget to be grateful for, you know, what good things happen through the day. And, you know, so I kind of quite often I say thank you for my health, the health of my family, you know, and I say, you know, that I'm thankful for any, you know, creative ideas that come into my mind, for my kitty's health, you know, for my husband, and for my sister and her kids, and just anything, you know, for my grandmother. Just be grateful for whatever, you know, you feel grateful for, that you have these amazing people in your life, and that they're healthy, they're, you know, happy, that you're healthy, and anything. So I express my gratitude for a couple of things, and then I also say what I want to achieve, 2 major things that I want to achieve, you know, today. So, you know, whatever it is, you know, whether you're working on a project, or perhaps you want to do a step closer on that project, or, you know, if you want a productive day at work, I often say that, and just anything, or if you've got a recipe you want to try out, so you want it for obviously to turn out great, anything, it just kind of starts your day a bit more intentional, rather than just stumbling across the day, whatever comes, and you know, you kind of intention your day. So instead of starting your morning with reading emails and texts and Facebook, just start with this calming your mind, because I know a lot of people do meditation. I haven't really done much meditation or guided meditation really. Although, you know, you can do that by either just keeping still and listening to this nice melodies, and either repeating, you know, a phrase or a sentence, or just keeping completely still, or maybe just scanning your whole body with your mind, you know, thinking, you know, like how the warmth, you know, going from your toes up to your, you know, chins, and your thighs, and up your hips, and you know, like that. So you can kind of do, so there's different ways to do it, but I find that doing yoga and concentrating on positions, it's actually kind of helping me clear my mind anyway, because at that point I'm concentrating in keeping some kind of position, keeping every, you know, the right the hands correctly, and you know, obviously breathing into it, and then it just clears my mind. So I find that it's actually, you know, it's like a meditation for me, this, you know, 10-minute yoga, so yeah, so I really find it helpful. So try it, you know, try it for, you know, give it a week, give it a couple of weeks. You know, normally you need about 21 days for a new thing to become your habit, you know, so give it a go for the next 21 days. Either do a little bit of yoga or a bit of meditation, and don't forget to be grateful every day, and maybe, you know, put a couple of goals, the things you want to achieve that day, and see if that improves, you know, your overall happiness, and you know, kind of makes your day a bit more intentional. I find it great to start the day that way. So I've done my gratitude, I've done my intentions for the day, and now we can continue on with a bit more exercise. So I'll do my favourite kind of thigh gap workout by Rebecca Louise. So I'll put the link of her channel below, and to the workout I like, and there's, you know, quite a few workouts she has, and they're short, you know, 10, 15, 20-minute videos, and it's great. You normally don't need any weights, you're just working with body weight. So yeah, that's all you need, I think. So every morning I spend about half an hour just on myself, on my body, you know, on exercise, getting the blood, you know, moving, the lymph moving, and just starting the day that way. So I'll do my push-ups first, because I like to do them first before I get too tired from the other exercises. So I normally get in my push-ups first, and then I'll do, you know, a short video, a short workout, sorry, following Rebecca Louise video, for a bit of exercise, you know, for my lower body parts. Okay. So yeah, just you can have a little look, and then catch up with you when I'm done. I've finished the exercise routine. A bit out of breath now, so a little bit of cardio in there as well. And always don't forget to have a bottle of water with you and hydrate. Oh, that was good. Now I'm going to show you the stretch out, little stretch out exercises that I like and do. So the first one is if you put one foot in front of the other on the heel, okay, and just lean on the supporting leg a bit, and then stretch it out that way, right? And then you put the feet on the ground and kind of lean a bit forwards there, so you could feel the stretch even more here. So stretch it out that way. Do the other leg. And I think you should at least stay for 20 count, I think, in the stretch, but I kind of do 10 because I can't weigh 20. So I just count till about 10 and then switch it over. The next one is where I hold the thigh up and kind of pull it up backwards. So stretch the front of the thigh out. Do the same for the other leg. And my favourite one for the top half is to stretch hands like that in front, then put the same threaded to the back, and then kind of lean down and put the hands forward and let it kind of drop and stay in that position for quite a while. That's a really good stretch for your shoulders, hands, just all upper body really. And then I do some side stretches, so kind of put one hand on my waist, and then another one I just lean down, and that you could actually do it that way, reach the leg as well. That's a more intense stretch. So just lean to the side and feel how the side body stretches. And then I roll my head as well. And another thing, a good thing to do is, if you've got one of these kind of foam rollers that got little spikes on them, you can lay on the floor and roll, you know, your thighs under them, your back under them, but I like to do my neck. So all I do is I just lie down, and then I just turn my head side to side slowly like this, and then obviously because of your weight of the head, your neck gets massaged by these little spikes. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to get back to you when we go to a shower. So welcome to our bathroom. I'm obviously wearing bikini because it's for the camera, but normally I wouldn't. I've got a dry skin brush which has got some like rubber nodules in there as well as the bristles. So what I do is, starting from the toes up, you know, you just kind of brush your body upwards in like upward strokes to kind of activate the lymphic system, because lymphic system it only works with the movement, and obviously with skin brushing as well, it doesn't have like, you know, arteries or anything to kind of run around in, so that's a great way to activate the lymphatic system, just to do like some dry skin brushing. So you just do kind of all over your body, so starting from the bottom, going up from the, you know, toes, up the thighs, and obviously up up the whole body and the legs and so on, and the arms. Okay, so so I do this, and then I would start my shower as cold shower. So I just go into the shower and then switch it on, and it takes like a few seconds, maybe 10 seconds for the shower to become warm, and that gives you your body a bit of a shock, and it kind of makes you a bit more robust against, you know, diseases. It's good for your immune system, but also I've read that it actually increases your chromosome telomeres, so, and you live longer apparently. So we all want to live longer, be healthier, so I'm doing that. So a little bit of a shock therapy for your body, just to get that bit of a cold shower first, and then the hot. Or if it's too hard for you to do that way, you can start with a normal warm or hot shower, and then just finish it with a cold. That might be a bit easier, because, you know, it's kind of not as hard as like the cold water straight first thing. So yeah, so that's my morning routine in the bathroom. So I'll see you after for the smoothie recipe. So we're in the kitchen as it's breakfast time. So I'm gonna be walking you through my kind of most go-to recipe for smoothies. I kind of vary, you know, bits and pieces, but mainly it kind of stays pretty much the same. I love this recipe, so let's get started. So we've got our mise en place ready for the smoothie. So we've got 6 bananas. This is obviously for me and Mark, so if you're making just for one person, you can half the recipe. So 6 bananas. Normally we get the bananas a bit more spotty than this, but we haven't got very ripe bananas, but these are alright. So 6 bananas. Then I've got some homegrown celery, and I've got some chard, rainbow chard here. Then we've got about a couple of cups of frozen strawberry. Strawberry is, you know, my berry of choice. Normally strawberry and blueberry, they're 2 favorite ones, because they don't have the pips, you know, that doesn't make the smoothie gritty. It makes it smooth. You can use raspberries and blackberries. They're great, obviously, health-wise, but they do make the smoothie a bit more gritty. And you can use cherries as well, but cherries, I find that they make it like after standing a little bit, it makes the smoothie very thick. So probably cherries are good for breakfast bowls, I guess. So any kind of berry you like. Can be fresh, doesn't have to be frozen. And instead of chard, I kind of change up and use kale, or I use spinach, you know, so whatever I've got of the greens available, I use that. Then a staple is always some flax seeds. So there's a couple of tablespoons for us, so for one person would be obviously 1 tablespoon. And then I've got some pumpkin seeds for the iron, a couple of tablespoons as well. And then I forgot this couple of Brazil nuts. So there's a couple of Brazil nuts I've got. So this is for selenium. Yeah, and I've got an optional ingredient today, half a teaspoon of spirulina. I mean, I normally don't use it, but we've got it from ages ago, so I'm just kind of using it up. It's really good, but you don't necessarily need to add any kind of powders. You know, whole foods is more than enough for, you know, for a healthy smoothie. So yeah, so let's get to work. I'll be blending with my Thermomix. You can blend with any, you know, blender you've got. It's obviously better if your blender is powerful, so, you know, Vitamix or Blendtec, that kind of thing. But as long as it's at least 800 and more watts, then it should handle a smoothie. Alright, so yeah, so I just peel and chuck in bananas. You don't even need to really chop them up. I kind of do them in half and just put them in. So bananas. And the more ripe, the more spotty your bananas, the sweeter the smoothie will be. So the bananas go in, then I'm gonna slightly chop celery. You need to chop celery a little bit because it can be stringy. So if you don't chop it up roughly, then you know, it might not blend completely. So put in the celery. And then do the same with the chard, just roughly chop it a bit. And put it in. Then add my berries, the seeds, the 2 Brazil nuts, and the spirulina goes in. So that's it. I'll show you how it looks like. So this is how the smoothie looks like in the blender, and I'm gonna blend it out now and get back to you to show you the results. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention, you need some kind of liquid to blend it. So I'm using just water, so I've got 1.5 pints of water, so that's for 2 portions, so obviously half it if you're doing for 1 person. Just water. I mean, you can use nut milks, but we find that it's tasty enough with just water, and it's, you know, it's cheaper, and water is, you know, good for you, so we just use plain water. And I'm gonna blend it for about 1.5 minutes. It depends, obviously, you might need to blend it for longer if your blender is not as powerful, but I would say probably 2 minutes would be enough for most blenders. So see you in a bit. So the smoothie has finished blending. Let's have a look. And you just be warned that mixing a lot of greens with like some, you know, berries that are not strong in color, like strawberries, let's say, they're not, you know, that strong in red color, will create a murky kind of result. And also I've added spirulina, so it's kind of more green than red really now. So the color of the smoothie might not be the most appetizing. It's kind of like a murky green brown. Yeah, so it creates red and green together, kind of creates a brownie effect. So we've got our smoothies here, and all that's left to do is now to taste test them. So we've got our morning taste tester. So this is our usual smoothie. This time is with strawberries and chard. Okay, and it's got a bit of spirulina in there as well.
This is always my favourite part of Inga's videos, the tasting. Wow, it's got a lot of different flavours in. It's very sweet.
Is it? Because the bananas are not that ripe, but must be sweet enough. From strawberries, perhaps?
No, possibly the strawberries. The strawberries make you think it's sweeter than it actually is. They release a chemical that makes you think it's actually sweeter.
And there's another taste tester right here. Do you want some smoothie, kitten?
I'm not sure she would enjoy the smoothie, would you? Scratch nip.
Right, so I will taste test it as well. So let's try it. Yeah, it's definitely good. I miss celery. We haven't had celery for a while, but it does give this nice specific taste to the smoothie. I love it. Yeah. So it's a good smoothie. So yes, guys, so I hope you liked it. I hope you're gonna try the smoothie. I hope you're gonna try my morning routine, my morning yoga exercise and cold shower routine. Give it a try and let me know how you get on. and I'm gonna put the videos of the people I kind of follow for yoga and exercise in the description below, and yeah, so just if you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and see you next time.